I don't feel like my problems are any bigger than anyone else's. They're just mine. I knew that I was trans without having the vocabulary to describe it as such. By the time I was like 6 or 7, I had the vocabulary to describe it as such after meeting people, trans people my age, and reading, stupid as it sounds, a book by Rick Riordan. Tried to come out at 13, quickly was forced back into the closet, and then came out again at 20 after spending like the better part of a decade just saying anytime gender dysphoria came up that it was a problem for another day. Honestly, there's not much of a story beyond the fact my mom didn't listen to me. She didn't know what being trans was, thought that it was just going to be a stage, and I didn't have the vocabulary and the, I guess, strength to not be in the closet in the face of her making it more difficult. Probably since I was 11, I didn't feel like I had a body. I felt like I was trapped. And I still struggle with that in a lot of ways, of not feeling like I exist in my body sometimes. And so that creates all sorts of difficulties if you don't even feel like a person with a physical existence that is yours. Gender dysphoria had started to become unmanageable by the time I was like 17, and I just kept repressing it because I had this constant thing in my head of, if I'm going to come out, I'm going to lose all supports and connection with my family. Being 13 and your mom, like trying to tell your mom, hey, I want to die because I'm going through puberty, and her just saying, oh, it's just a phase. Everyone goes through that in some form or fashion. It's not pleasant. Honestly, it was probably just because my father had killed himself, and so I had felt and seen what that does to families and to those left behind. So at times it was quite literally that, well, I want to do this, but I know what would happen to others, and so I'm not. My relationship with myself is significantly better in so many ways. I describe, or I have described in different writings and talking with people about my transition, about feeling like I fill my own body, which is a really vague statement, but it's the best I can vocalize how it feels to be able to go through transition. And to feel like I actually inhabit myself. There are times now that I can look at myself and how I exist, and I don't want to die, which that was a constant thing before. And so just that baseline of I actually feel like I can enjoy living means that there's so much more I can experience and feel, and I give myself permission to feel. It's just my life. Like I recognize that there are things that I am facing that other people don't face, but other people also face things that I don't face, and they can be equally as big or bigger struggles.